So we're here to help hopefully enlighten you further about what to do and why do you get pigment, which is little brown areas, melasma. Those brown areas are really called melasma. Brown spots, which you get as we go down the path of life, and even vitiligo. Okay, why do we get pigment issues in the skin? Well, first and foremost, look, the skin gets inflamed, our body gets inflamed. So number one is trying to mitigate stress. Makes a huge difference. We just did a video on stress, so look at that. Internal inflammation, that's gut inflammation. There's videos on gut inflammation, so eat right for your blood type and take your probiotics, take your optimized HCl. If you have gas, bloating, constipation, if you feel like your food sits in your stomach, take your antioxidants. More is better when it comes to brown spots and pigment. Make sure your adrenals are good, and make sure your thyroid's good. And on the website, there are, under critical info, are the symptoms of all those things that you go to. But here's what's the most important. Yes, I'm all about from health comes beauty, and health absolutely matters. But if you do not put skin products that work on the surface of your skin, I don't care what you do internally, it's never going to resolve your skin issues. You have to put skin products that work on the surface of your skin. What does that mean, skin products that work? That means skin products that are physician strength, non-toxic, because what is toxic? Toxic is inflammatory. Inflammation is what causes those brown spots, melasma, pigment, enlarged pores, vitiligo, which is lack of brown spots, basically, where you get white spots. All of that is caused by inflammation. So if it's caused by inflammation, you don't want to put things on the surface of the skin that inflame you even more, okay? So, what do you do for those things? Well, like I've said, what you do internally, and then externally, and the other thing is externally, sun, which is why I'm all about vitamin D internally, because sun causes inflammation, just like x-rays, radiation of any sort does. And so better to take vitamin D than to go sit out in the sun. Not that I'm anti-sitting out in the sun, but sitting out in the sun is inflammatory, and it's aging, and it causes wrinkles. And ultimately, you see people with brown spots all over their hands, brown spots all over their chest, brown spots on their face, and that's caused by inflammation, and sun certainly contributes to that. So on the surface of the skin, what do you do? And the most important thing is to remember that prevention is much easier than trying to get rid of the pigment, because getting rid of the pigment, there's no magic wand. It's not that I just don't know what magic wand is out there. I do know what's out there, but there is no magic wand that presto makes it go away. You have to be patient, and that's why prevention is number one. And prevention is what you put on the surface of the skin, as well as what you do internally, and exercising you are what you eat, and learning to handle stress, having your thyroid, your hormones good. So, on the surface of your skin, number one, the most important thing, my serum is incredibly anti-inflammatory. I am feeding your skin what it needs, the vitamins, the minerals, the amino acids, everything that it needs to anti-inflame. It's like feeding the hungry workers. So my serum, number one, it's like when the food truck comes up and you're starving, you get some food. That's what my serum is doing for the cells of your skin, and putting out the fire of inflammation that's causing the pigment, whether it be brown spots, vitiligo, melasma, whatever you want to call it. Number two, and you use my serum in the morning, and then you add to it my vitamin C+. Now you start with my serum, for 2 weeks, or at least a week beforehand, because first you want to calm and soothe and nurture the skin. Then you start stimulating it, because with this pigment, you've got to bring it up to the surface. You can't, there's no some magic wand that just dissolves it underneath the skin. There are things that are faded, but as soon as you quit using those things, the pigment comes back, and it comes back with a vengeance. So you've got to rid the pigment. You have to put things on the surface of the skin that go in, break it up, help rid the brown, so your skin resorbs the brown pigment, makes it healthier, and then it pushes it up to the surface and exfoliates it off. That's how you get rid of brown pigment, okay? Doesn't magically just disappear. And so sometimes as it comes up, when it gets up to the surface, it may be more brown, but ultimately it breaks up. And so there are things that are fading it as well. So my vitamin C plus, what does vitamin C do? It forces new collagen production. You mix it in with the serum in the morning, put a little touch of water in there. The instructions are all on the website. And it's breaking up the pigment. It's fading, but ridding, not just fading, but ridding the pigment. And then at night, what's the most important is you start with my peel. Peel has mandelic in it, malic, lactic, which break up the pigment, help rid it, push it up to the surface, help stop further production of it. But if my peel is very strong, so you have to start using it slowly. You have to follow the instructions on the website. Then, and I tell people to work up. The more you work up to using peel, the more that pigment goes away. There's another thing that's on my website, which is excellent for pigment, and that's Whole Body Renew. But you can't just start using everything all at one time. You've got to follow how to start and advance skin products, because I'm making your skin run the marathon to to stop the production of, push it up to the surface, exfoliate it out, exfoliate it off, and break it up in the skin. So you have to start with peel at night. You work up to where you're using it at least every other night, if not every night preferably, and your skin will lift and tighten. It'll look better, and you'll see it. I don't have to tell you. You'll see it. Other people will see it. And then you add my Whole Body Renew in the morning pads. Why do you use that? None of this is redundant. It's all synergistic. And so what it does is it has all the ingredients in it that the geisha girls used to whiten themselves. So I'm pushing it up to the surface. Plus my products are full of glutathione. Glutathione fades and rids brown. So you should take glutathione internally. It's going to help, but you can take glutathione internally till the cows come home, but that's not going to do it enough on the surface of the skin. You have to use products that are full of glutathione. My vitamin C plus, my peel, all these products are full of glutathione for fading, ridding, breaking up, exfoliating off, pushing up to the surface. So peel, Whole Body Renew you use in the morning, but you wait till you start using peel every day, or at least every other day. And then the other thing that facilitates, that speeds, is my vitamin A plus. That's retinoic, basically. And what does that do? It forces new collagen production, so it also lifts and tightens, never a bad thing, and volumizes, which is all the things that we lose as we go down the path of life. And so vitamin A plus, you start using at night. And again, follow how to start and advance skin products on the website. It shows you all. But vitamin A plus pushes it up even more quickly, so peel can break it up, exfoliate it off, and break it down in the skin, and Whole Body Renew. So look, some brown spots can be moles or family brown spots that we grow as we go down the path of life. That's just a genetic expression of what's in your genes, and inflammation, stress, makes that express itself. So that gene activates and starts to work. So sometimes you've got to go to the dermatologist and have it cauterized off or cut down to the surface. I don't like to give people scars, so a lot of times I'll cut it down to the surface. But so some things may be a mole, some things may be a seborrheic keratosis, one of those sort of gnarly spots that are raised that we grow as we go down the path of life. What is that? Inflammation. And so, but all those things, peel, whole body renew, vitamin A plus, vitamin C plus, serum, all of those things are pushing them up and off and getting rid of them. Now, the only other thing is those things which are making your skin run the marathon can be drying. So you have to use moisturizer. Now, I have Emudermal. I also, if your skin has enough oil in it for the daytime, for people who are younger, who don't need much moisture, I've got wrinkle filler, which you can mix in with the serum and with the vitamin C plus, and that may give you enough moisture. If not, you can add in a drop or two of Emudermal at night. I've got at night, I've got Night Regeneration, which is a moisturizer and a serum. It feeds the skin what it needs at night to maximally repair, just like serum feeds the skin what it needs in the daytime to maximally protect and to feed it. And so, or you can just use Emu at night mixed in with the vitamin A plus. So you've got to add some moisture, otherwise your skin gets too dry. So that's a good primer on pigment, brown spots, and even with when you have white spots, okay, it helps the white spots grow together, vitiligo as well, and helps rid them and make brown pigment healthy. Normal brown pigment come back if you have vitiligo. So good primer on pigment. Hope that helps. Thank you.